Sup, boys? It's your guy SpeedPants eating a huge ass sandwich. It's really tasty, by the way. But, you know what pisses me off? When I'm watching a YouTube video that I'm like, alright, this is a good video. And then the YouTuber just does something just like, really? You had to go there? Did you have to do that? They start acting like an asshole for no reason. And that got me thinking, how many times does that happen to me in YouTube videos? And immediately, almost like the blink of an eye, I got 5 examples, and all of them are from music YouTubers. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. These are 5 times music YouTubers pissed me off by doing something really uncalled for and stupid in their video. To start off, we got the Rock Critic. Alright, so the Rock Critic can be a funny guy. Sometimes he gets me really mad, but other times he makes me laugh. But one time I remember just getting super mad at him was his worst albums of 2018 list. Hold on a second, get my nose. Alright, so one of the albums he picked, I believe at number 8, I would check, but my computer's been loading slow as shit for some reason, was Gravity by Bolt for My Valentine. I'm not saying Gravity was a great album or anything. I'm just saying that, the way he went about reviewing it just seemed like he had a very big agenda against the band and absolutely despised them for existing. He starts going on about this rant about saying that, Bullet for My Valentine were never a good band. It's like that. He said, for their first album, The Poison, that, I'm making fun of them by saying, My Chemical Romance is good, let's become them, and then, going Scream Aim Fire, and then saying, now Kill Switch Engage is the big thing. And then go into, I think it was, Fever, and saying, now, I think Trivium is a big thing. It's just like, can you not? Okay, listen, I get you don't like them, I get you think they're a copycat band. But could you find an even douchier way to say it? Like, for some reason, he always seems to try to come off as a very pretentious person a lot of the time. But just saying that bands are just flat out garbage and stuff like that. But that time really got on my nerves, and it still does every time I watch it. It's something that I almost feel like I gotta skip every time. At number 4, we have Stevie T. I like Stevie T. Stevie T can be pretty funny sometimes, and other times he can be super cringy. But whatever, I think he's good enough. But in his video of the top 10 most hated bands, he starts acting like an asshole while talking about U2. He says that he likes U2 and stuff like that. But then he starts getting mad at a picture of Bono standing with a bunch of kids, because Bono has an eye condition, alright? He has to wear specific glasses for it, because without them, he can't, I think his eyes would get damaged, if I remember correctly. But I guess Stevie T didn't know this, and starts, acting like Bono's a major asshole for wearing those glasses next to him, and saying something like, hey kid, look at these glasses. Yeah, these glasses can feed your entire family and the entire country. Ha ha, click. Something along the lines of that. It just comes off as really douchey as soon as you know what Bono's dealing with. So instead of it coming off like, that is a fair point. Why is Bono wearing those super expensive glasses? That is kind of assholey. Or being like, yeah, fuck Bono for doing that. Or, that wasn't the best joke, Stevie T. It just comes off as, you're just acting like an asshole. It just makes him look really bad. And for that, in my opinion, it deserves a spot on this list. At number 3, we have the Rap Critics video on the most gut-wrenching Eminem songs. At the beginning of the video, he says specifically that he is not going to include Stan because it's a cop-out choice. It's too easy. So we get to the second, the second pick on the place on the list, and it's Dear Kim or Kill Her, whatever the name of the song is. So it's the song where Eminem is basically talking about killing Kim, which was his wife at the time. And everyone in the comments is basically, and myself are thinking like, if the song about killing Killer's a Hobson song, yes, a Dear Kim. So it's like, if the song about Eminem killing his wife is the second most gut-wrenching song, and Stan's not on the list, what the hell is number one gonna be? He gets the number one and Stan. Are you fucking serious? Like, so he's basically building up all the suspense. Well, not really, but building up suspense in our heads, basically, because I think he does, if I remember correctly, he does an honorable mentions before. So it's like, oh my god, what the hell is gonna be even more gut wrenching than goddamn Dear Kim? And then when you see Stan, it's just like, and then it's like, really, really, and then he tries to justify it by saying, like, oh, I'm trolling you just like Eminem would. Stan has to be number one. It's like, if Stan has to be number one, then don't say you can't include it. It's just a complete cop-out. It makes him look really bad. It makes him look like a humongous asshole. And for that, I'm gonna have to put him at number 3. At number 2, in fact, this one should be number 5, right? Like, out of all of all the things on this list, this one is like the most, like, the shortest and the most, like, the least petty. Actually, I'm just gonna bunch a couple people here. So this is basically a top 4, but this part's just a bunch of honorable mentions of just a bunch of like short clips. But since they're all pretty like equally, assholey or just like kinda like like really that's kinda unnecessary. I'm just gonna bunch them all here. And they all come from ARTV, which is why this is number 2, because it's all from the same exact person. ARTV, for the most part, I like him, but there's a bunch of times where he'll just make one little remark about something. It's just like, really, did you have to do that? In his video about his old MySpace songs or old ringtones, I'm pretty sure it was old ringtones. He brings up the fact that at one point his ringtone was "I'm Awesome" by Spokes, which is an alright song. When it comes to comedy rap, it's a pretty funny track. So it's cool to see that anyone freaking hit the when he thought that he immediately remembered what it was. But then he proceeds to say, "Yeah, I'm Awesome" by Spokes. That song was never really good, was it? He's like, okay. Did you have to act like such an asshole? You could have easily just said, so yeah, I'm Awesome by Spokes. Was that song really ever good? I'm not really sure anymore, yeah. But the way he comes off with saying it, even the way I just said it's kind of asshole. There's no good way that I can think of where he could have just said, like, yeah, I'm awesome. He could he could have said something like, I'm Awesome by Spokes. Looking back, man, I don't think that song was that good. So if you think it's like, I don't know, tell me why or something like that. But it's just like, no, that song was never really good, was it? Like, okay, dickweed, you do you, I guess. In his video about the lowest rated albums on Metacritic, for some reason there was an Electric Six album there. Electric Six are an okay band. And like the way he acts about it, just saying he never thought that they were all that funny and stuff like that. And he's just like acting like, oh yeah, this album definitely deserves to be down there, despite the fact that he barely remembers a single song off it, if at all. So it's like, okay, so you're just gonna just blandly assume that this album is so terrible that it deserves to be down there? You say something like, I never thought that they were all that funny, so, yeah, it deserves to be here. Excuse me? It's like, okay, asshole, you do you, I guess. So and there's a bunch of other like little like parts in that video where he just comes off as super pretentious and just like, oh, I want to be an asshole for the sake of it. It's like, okay, bro, like if you want to be an asshole, you do you. But tell you what, it's not making me want to watch your video. But yeah, for some honorable mentions, what you call it? Jared Dines, seeing some random metalcore band and saying it's like Attila if they didn't suck. I'm like, okay, I get if Attila's not like your cup of tea or anything. What you call it? But what you call it? You can't just say it's like the reason it's not mentioned is because I guess I can see where he's coming from, but he likes a Muir, which are kind of similar in douchiness to Attila. So that comes out of left field a little bit. For Limp Bizkit, for Rock, actually, I can't really think of any other album mentions. So we're just gonna go to number one. Actually, Anthony Fantano from the Needle Drop, getting mad at Steven Wilson and saying that he's playing it safe and a lot of stuff on albums that basically everyone enjoys besides him. Those reviews always really pissed me off. And the way that he always seems to really hate Hobson and also praise Hobson, he can get really underneath my skin a lot of times. But number one is Rocked. This episode of Regretting the Past on Good Charlotte's The Young and the Hopeless, where he goes on a rant about a song on the album called The Day That I Died, claiming that the song's about suicide, when it takes, I guess he's lacking the brain cells, I guess. I'm trying to be funny, I really can't think of anything. But I guess it just completely flies over his head. The song isn't about killing yourself. The song is basically, as far as I can tell, and I've listened to the song before, is about leaving your hometown behind and basically being like the day that you died, because all your old stuff isn't there. So it's basically like you're leaving all that behind and basically forgetting about it. So it's like you're almost dead. And he goes about this freaking rant for like 5 minutes. I swear to God. Just talking about, you're telling people to kill themselves. You don't know how badly that can mess with someone. I'll never argue if someone takes their own life. It's their own choice. But shut the fuck up. It's so obvious listening to the song. The song is not about suicide. And it plays a clip from the band talking about not wanting to play music that you don't believe in. And basically saying that as Good Charlotte are assholes if they actually believe in this. It's just like, no. It's like, you're just obviously missing something here. It's not my fault you don't get it. But it completely derails the video for me. I can show some of his videos to, people, because some of them are really funny and stuff like that. But that one is a video I never, ever feel like I even want to attempt showing to anyone. Because I have to go say to him, he's freaking overreacting and acting like an idiot for no reason. Because YouTube removed time cards, so there's no way in hell that you're able to skip that part in the video anymore. It's like, do you really have to go on and rant about it? Also, another good honorable mention, the rock critic, quote-unquote, reviewing Do by Psychostick, because he says comedy is subjective, and he just doesn't review it, basically. That's an honorable mention. But yeah, that rock video, man. Because other than that, it's got some really funny stuff in it, occasionally. I never watched the video, so I can't remember any of the really funny quotes from it, but I remember, it being a typical rock video, and there being funny stuff in it, and that saying that the band had a good message and everything. That's why he really hated it, The Day That I Die, because it comes after a song called Hold On, which is about, not committing suicide, so I guess maybe that's what got him into thinking that The Day That I Die was about suicide, but if anything, that should have just steered him far away from thinking that. So yeah, that part always pisses me off and stops me from watching the video. So Rocked, you're number one. And if you like being number one, in the words of Color Coordination, if you like being number one, then yourself a big foam finger that says you're number one on. But anyways, that was the video. I know I've been ranting my ass off recently, but it's fun to do this. It's just fun to rant about bullshit that no one cares about. Because, why not? In fact, after this, I think I'm about to release another top 5. So you better be ready. But yeah, this is SpeedPants signing off. And remember, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?